Hello everyone, welcome to the Deltarune character tier list. I haven't... So I've recorded like, what, 4 or 5 of these tier list videos now? I've not uploaded a single one. And I think that's because I look like a fucking... I look like I'm in a state in all of them. So I'm probably going to re-record them all, and I just... Throughout most of them, I don't have much interesting stuff to say. I'm just trying to be like, yeah, this character's interesting. I like that one thing they did. I'm explaining what they do. I don't know. So yeah. But it's different here because Deltarune is like my big thing that I know pretty much everything about. So I'm probably actually gonna have something to say about these. Also, I hope you like my getup. My Spamton shirt and pin arrived the other day, and I also got my glasses, which I wore for Halloween. Now all I just need is the makeup, and I need another black waistcoat, because my old one broke somehow, I don't fucking know. And then the sun will probably turn off. Anyway, the sun will be replaced by Pippis. Anyway, let's get into this. So this one has literally every single character in the game. And yeah, I've had it on the mind a lot recently, but I've been procrastinating because I'm in my last month of the university, and I'm got like what, 1, 2, 4 essays left to do. Yeah, so that's fun, and I'm probably gonna have to. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Anyway, let's get right into it. We got off with Aaron. Aaron, they turned him into a twink. I mean, he does these. He's. I might change this. B for pretty good. So yeah. Oh yeah, our tiers. We got G for the goat, A for awesome, B for pretty good, C for decent, D for meh, F for bad, and E for the worst. Almost forgot about that. Anyway. Aaron, I mean, you're not as bad as you are in Undertale, and that's a plus, so you don't get bad. Next we have, I'm assuming this is all of the Addisons collectively, and I think they're pretty funny. I like them. I think out of all of the characters in Deltarune, these ones have some kind of tie. These ones have like. Well, one of them has interacted with Gaster, and that's just weird to me. But it's also funny. I think it's funny that I think an NPC mentions that all of the stuff they sell is bad. They're just like even like with Spamton, like, these guys too. They're just selling shit, and that's funny. I actually wrote or started writing a fanfic about Spamton and the Addisons, and who at the time I believed was going to be Mike. That I've stopped writing that, and I'm probably not going to again because it was bad. Yeah, they're all right. I like them more than I thought I would. Mostly because of fan content. Oh boy, we're getting into a controversial character, controversial, Alphys. Now, this is only taking into account Alphys in the context of Deltarune, disregarding Undertale. I like Alphys. I think she's pretty misunderstood by the fan base. There is a weird line she has when you don't talk to her in Chapter 1. In the post game, and then talk to her, and then she speaks to you in class in Chapter 2. She says something that's a bit weird, and I was like, that's kind of weird, Alphys. These are teens. But she's still, I don't know. I don't have many thoughts on that. She's still a goober. She's still a dork. And that's funny. And I'm interested to see where she goes, because there's a lot more, like, I don't know, they've kind of implied, like, her bi-ness in this game is a lot more explicit than it was in Undertale, especially because in Chapter 1 they bring up her crush on Asgore a lot more explicitly, but also in Chapter 2 Undyne as well. And I'm just interested where they're planning to go with her character in this game. But you know, I like Alfie. She gets B for pretty good. Next we have ambulances, which are, and I'm pretty sure these are antiviruses made manifest in the Dark World. Yeah, we got off second Darkner actually. I mean, they're okay. Their bullet patterns really fucking annoy me, actually. So they get a D for that alone. Fuck you, ambulances. Next we have Toby, who by default gets a G for Gast. I mean the goat. I think the wait. Oh yeah, wait. Yeah, he has appeared in Deltarune, yeah, in the mansion, and he also murders you in the Fisher Price car or whatever it is. Up next we have the most divorced man in gaming, Asgore Dreamer, and yeah, he just makes me sad. Asgore, bro, can't catch a break. I mean, I think there's a lot more angles to his character than there was in Undertale. I mean, he only appeared at the end of Undertale, so there wasn't really much to him that could have been in that game. So we're seeing more sides of him in this game, and I like that. And his bi-ness is being displayed to us, which we love to see. Oh god. I hope we get to see an interaction with him and Rudy at least once. But anyway, Asgore gets A for Asgore in this game, mostly because of that one line in Chapter 2, which made me laugh out loud. You know the one. Next we have Birdley, and also a divisive character. I think disliking Birdley is a red flag, personally. And I'm gonna have to put him in G, because he makes me laugh. People like to say that he's a creep and he's a weirdo. And I don't know, I like it. He's funny. He's not really creepy in the way that kind of makes you like disgusted and makes you want to like throw him in a ditch. I think he's funny. He makes me laugh. Oh, that is something I'm going to say about a lot of characters. They make me laugh, and that's why I like them. Because characters that make me laugh are my favourite characters, personally. So, yeah. His whole character arc in Chapter 2 was pretty funny. Oh, I mean, we didn't know much about him in Chapter 1, but to learn that he's actually a complete loser, that is so relatable. He's just like me for real. I'm joking, obviously. I don't know, I like how he's like really like condescending to Chris, but it's also implied that they're still friends, like in the Spampton sweepstakes, and also like it's just implied they play games together, and I just like that. I think it's cute. So you get a G, Birdley. You're my G. I wonder if people even say that anymore. I don't know. I think Bloxa is this enemy's name. For some reason, when I imagine this character speaking, I imagine them sounding like a tomboy. I don't know why I always assume this character's female, but I just think that's funny. I mean, usually you would get decent because there's not much to you. But for the pants one, you get upgraded to B. B for 4 legs. Wait, no. It's not 4 legs. 4 butts. Gappy would be jealous. Anyway, next we have Nice Cream Guy. He's literally done nothing in this. Pardon me. So far. Aside from standing around looking like he needs to pee in Chapter 1. and in chapter 2, I don't know what he does. I forgot because he's just not doesn't do that much. And I remember there's Burger Pants dialogue that he just pours slushies on people. That's like, okay. So you know what? His smile, he's got a nice smile, and he's going to brighten up your day. So he gets to see, because he's decent. Next we have, are you B person, or you're not O person? I don't remember. But, by default, you get a B. For pretty good. Next we have, Bratty. And I don't like Bratty in this game. She was alright. See, when she's with Catty and they're getting along, I kind of like them. They're cute, but not to be like, you know, not to be a bitch. But she's kind of a bitch in Deltarune, and I kind of hope that the tables turn and she becomes friends with Catty by the end of chapter 7, when everything inevitably falls apart and everyone falls to the roaring. Yeah. Next we have the underwear guy. This guy's weird. I don't like him. Oh no, not the underwear. The diaper guy. He's weird. I don't have much to say about him. I can't tell if he has a mustache or that's a mouth in his teeth. I don't know. Next we have KK, which is short for cakes, and I think this is my personal opinion that KK is the best of the three, because they're just so fucking they're just so goofy. And also they give you a lot of bagels, and that's pretty worthy of A in my books, as someone who's named Bagels. Next we have Captain, yeah. Captain. And, you know, what characteristic yeah, he's a bit of a gentleman. He likes the mademoiselles, and he's not weird about it, which I can get behind, but you know, he's not that good. So yeah, you get a C because you're decent. You're not bad, you're not meh, you're just decent. My hair. Next we have Catty with a... don't remember. I mean, she's pretty okay. She's not done... some people think she's gonna, like, join us in the Dark World in a future chapter, and I don't think she will. Like, I know she has, like, a face sprite and everything, but she doesn't have, like, a unique voice, and that just makes me think it's gonna be weird for her to go along with us unless she kind of, like, plays the role of, like, an NPC in the background in a Dark World as well. I don't know. I know Jaru really doesn't like her for some reason. That's really funny to me because I don't think she's that bad, Jaru. So, oh, you know what's a really good idea? The ship tier list. I might do that one after. Again, she's decent. Nothing about her really stands out, but she's decent. Next we have the Catty with the whatever the other one is, and I like her. She's pretty funny. I like how she almost, like, starts getting along with Branny, and then it just doesn't, you know. Her dialogue in chapter 1 is kind of funny. Like, I'm picturing it. A lot of this stuff I don't want to bring up, but I'm gonna rank her above Catty. Catty over Catty. She gets a C for Catty, you get a B for Catty. Next we have the animal crackers, and I have no strong opinions about these guys. But on the other hand, the animal cages, they get D for decent, because I don't know, I like them, they're funny. Well, I do remember something weird once when I played chapter 1. I was speaking to the cage, and the cage said, "I'm Golden Sam," and I was like, "What's that?" Every other playthrough I watched, it was the Rudin that said I'm Golden Sam. I don't know what that was about. That was weird. It was either a glitch or I'm heavily misremembering. But yeah, or I got confused. Anyway, next we have the... Why are you this high? Does this one have a different name? Yeah, this must be a different one. I mean, I don't know. I don't have any opinions on this wire. This wire, not wire. Next we have Clam Girl / Clam Guy. And that's weird because it's Clam Girl and then it opens up and it ends up being Clam Guy, and that really freaking bugs me. Because it's just so random. But yeah, I don't have any opinions on them. Because they're just there to tell you, hey, you missed your chance to interact with Onion San, lol. Next we have Clover. I like Clover. With her, there's 3 different heads with their different personalities. Happy one, the angry one, and the shy one. I don't think many people realize that. I do. You get a pretty good... Because you're a cool character. Next we have Mr. Dink. We have Mr. Dink. I don't remember if he has a name, but to me he's just Mr. Dink. You broke my grill? You like cat food, Douglas? I don't know why he's missing an arm. I'm not questioning it. I don't know if it's ever going to get brought up. But you're decent. D for Mr. Dink. Even though this is C. Next we have... Is this the whole family, I'm guessing? The dragon people? I don't have any opinions on these. They're just kind of there. They're just like who? I don't know who they are. What is this supposed to? Is this Lancer? But I'm not even gonna put you in the list. Yes, human from the legend. I'm not putting them in. Because what's the point? Next we have this character who is named QC. A lot of people don't know that because he's never referred to by name. I actually figured this out because I realized I knew QC was a name you could input which would get a response from Gaster in the intro, and her diner's called QC's, and even the wiki didn't know that, and it bugged me. But yeah. I mean, yeah, she's decent. I like QC. She doesn't say much. She's kind of, you know, what's the word? Not lore dump. That's not the word. She kind of exposits about Chris and their family and how they used to be like. That's kind of it. But she also gives you a free hot chocolate, and that's alright. That's decent in my book. We have the Dogami and Doggeressa and Doggo. Pardon me. They literally they don't do anything. Oh god, they're back. So I'm just... Oh god, I've got hiccups. You get D's for not doing much. Next we have the training dummy. And I love... no. You could hug it, and that's decent in my books. And you can bite it. And hugging someone and biting someone, those are things I look for in a partner. Joking. About the biting, at least. Jesus fucking Christ. These are aggressive hiccups. Next, can I just make sure that I'm recording? I'm still recording. Is there still audio? There is still audio. I've actually turned my volume down. I can't hear it. Next we have the most annoying character in Deltarune, Everyman. And he's really annoying because people think that he's got some kind of weird significance, even though he only appears in attacks and also graffiti. And I think that's so weird. People genuinely believe Everyman is the knight, and I'm like, what a weird fucking twist that would be. What would be the point in Everyman being the knight? He doesn't have a character. We don't know nothing about him. Other than he's an alright guy, which I think was said in an art book, but just for that, I'm putting you in bad tier because you annoy me, Everyman. If he ends up having significance, I'm just gonna be real weirded out, but also interested. I mean, his name, Everyman, that's interesting on its own, but I don't know. Anyway, next we have Father Alvin, another interesting character. I remember going up to him in actually, never mind. What do I say about Father Alvin? I mean, he speaks like an old person. I doubt he's that old. I feel like he is gonna come up at some point and have some kind of significance later on. Oh, and his character doesn't really stick out. And I don't know. He just kind of everyone in the hometown just kind of explains stuff to you. And he does that as well, but that thing he says when you leave him in Chapter 2 is interesting. I don't know. He's up to some shifty stuff, and I'm intrigued, but not enough to call him pretty good. He's alright, because I just don't know enough. Next we have the Fire Girl. And again, NPC who doesn't say much. So I can't really say much about you. Next we have Mike Wazowski. You get a D, not an M, a D. Because, like, literally, like, who cares? Oh, you get an M, actually, yeah. M for Mike Wazowski. There we go. Next, this character has a name. I don't know what it is. Is it Floppy? I don't know. I don't. This character. They say nothing. They say, like, I don't know. I mean, obviously we know it's a Cave Story reference, but aside from that, like, literally, what are you? Aside from a floppy disk. Why has it got a floppy disk when it's not even floppy? I don't know. Next we have the kings, the other kings, and you're bad. I don't like them because they're kings, and we don't need kings in this society. Next we have Frogget. Who cares? Again? Literal who? Next we have Greater Dog, and you go above these other dogs because you're Greater Dog, and you just, you know, you're just better. I like how it has a larger body, even though canonically it's just a little dog in a suit. Unless that is a big suit again. Who knows? Next we have these guys. I don't remember what they're called. I don't know if these have a name. But they're weird, and I don't know what to think about them. Next we have the Hacker. And some of his dialogue's pretty funny. I mean, he helps you get to the secret boss, so that's worth something in mind. But other than that, yeah, he's all right. He's not amazing. Next, we have the Hand Lady. This is such an odd character. Really odd. I don't know. I'm imagine that it has an eye. They have an eye in the middle of their palm, maybe, or a mouth. But I don't know. I don't know what to fucking think about you. It's such an odd design. This is the pancake guy. This is Doug Dimmadome. And yeah, weird image formatting. But yeah, again, respect for being a pancake liker, but I'm not even that big of a fan of pancakes, so fuck you. Next we have Hathy. Yeah, Hathy. Who cares about Hathy? She's alright. She likes her beds. She's respectable in that regard, but other than that, I don't know. I'm desperately trying to say something about Hathy. I don't know. You get C. C for kiss, because you gave us a kiss. Next we have Head Hathy, and aside from being just a redesign, and like, I don't know, I feel like this Head Hathy's character is like just being extremely emotionally reserved. But I don't know, you get a C as well, because you're just like me. Oh. Next we have Ice Wolf, and you know, oh god, I just realised he's wearing an icy shirt. Or they're wearing an icy shirt, I don't remember, actually. I don't know. I don't have nothing to say about you. This character instantly gets a G for being extremely relatable. Next we have Jevil. Jevil the Devilish Jester, and obviously, come on. I'm a bit biased, but obviously Jevil gets a G. G for Jevil. But, I mean, Jevil is like such an interesting character, and I don't know. He was just a funky little guy who met Gaster, kind of, you know, spiraled into madness and became an extremist hedonist. But I feel like there's a bit of somberness to him, just like when you analyze his theme, his battle theme anyway. Like the latter half, there's just like the strings in that, there's just like some emotion in it that I feel like no one really acknowledges. It's like the fact that he's got to this point is just kind of sad. Especially like when you think about how, like, you know, his best friend had to lock him up. And it just sucks for him. So, yeah. And I almost did him hitless. I only got hit once and it really pissed me off. So, yeah. His battle's not as hard as people make it out to be. I mean, sometimes you do get kind of caught up in it, but if you learn a lot of the bullet patterns are way simpler than people think they are. Especially the spinning devil's knife. People struggling with that one really annoys me because you just go in a circle. That's it. Yeah, anyway. Next we have Jigsaw Joe, and should I give him a G? No, actually, he gets a B for broke, because he has no money. But also, I don't know, he's funny. He's such a... This guy is a cringe fail male life. If you think about it, you know. Think about it. You know I'm right. Next we have a Jigsaw. And you're alright, I guess. They just like me. I hate conflict and I really want to be someone's friend. And I cry at everything. Next we have Jockington. And he is the best character. So he gets G for Jockington. Next we have C Round. This thing looking like this and being described in the most violent ways is so funny to me. So he gets a B. Next we have King, who is pardon me. King is like a much deeper character than people think he is. He's just a guy who, you know, I mean, his heart's been cracked from abandonment, and he just kind of becomes. But you can. There's also hints of what he used to be like, of him being like this goober, kind of like how Asgore was. Like you see it, you see bits of it in him, and I just kind of. That's interesting to me. That he's not pure evil. So I give him a B. I give him a B. Because I like him. I'm interested to see if, you know, he softens up a bit late in the chapter. This is a random thought that I have. I think other, like, villains who are, like, kind of irredeemable are going to go with him. Like, be in the cage with him at some point. So I feel like we're going to see more interactions with him and other characters. That's interesting. Again, that might be wrong, but I think it's a good idea. Next we have the hint guys and the hint masters. They're okay. I got them. What was it? Their top option is always funny. So yeah. Okay. Okay. Next we have crisscross applesauce, and Chris obviously goes in G for the goat because it's Chris, and I like how they're not just a blank slate like Frisk pretty much was. There's a character there, and a lot of people don't fucking see it for some reason, and it bothers me so much that Chris is just like super. I mean, I think the neurodivergence is pretty obvious for one. I wonder if Chris is Toby's self-insert actually. That'd be interesting. Because of the piano, at least. And I like them. Their struggles against whoever's possessing them, be it Kara, Chara, Azrael, or us. I know a lot of theorists lately have been going on about how it's not the player. I still think the player. It's pretty clear cut the player has some role in the game, even if it's like I don't think we're a character in it, but I think that we're some kind of force over this game. And I don't know, them being weird and kind of like standoffish is relatable to me. Chris is literally on my kin onion. Also, their friendship with Susie is really cute, even though it kind of like their arc kind of happens super quick in chapter 1. I still love it. It's so cute. And it's also interesting how they might not like Ralsei. And if you know me, I'm a very... If there's one theory that I like 100% believe regarding what Ralsei is. And yeah, it's just sad. But yeah, anyway. Enough about Chris. We've gone on enough about Chris. God, there's a lot left. Pardon me. Pardon-moi. Next we have Lancer. And he gets B for boy. I'm kidding. Do I just put all the main characters in G? Am I biased? Do I like them that much? The answer is yes. And the reason the answer is yes regarding Lancer is because he's just a little boy. He's a little ball. And he's so fucking funny. I'm trying to think of what to say. He says a lot of dumb stuff, and it's funny. His friendship with Susie is really funny. The one line I always go to is where they say hi to each other from across the town. That's just so funny. They're great. But yeah, Lancer is G for great. Next we have lesser dog. You go right beneath greater dog because you're lesser and they're greater, so. Next we have a ball. They don't have many thoughts, they don't have many opinions, they're just a ball. And for that they get a B for ball. Because they're just like me. I'm a ball. It slowly shapeshifts into a little ball. I know there is text there. Oh, Matt Dummy, it says. You can barely see that. Matt Dummy. I like Matt Dummy. I think. Oh, I don't know if they have a name. What was it? Mew? Would you call her Mew Mew right now? I don't know. I know she doesn't have a body in this game yet. I wonder if she will by the end of it, or if we'll even see them at all. But I don't know. I think Matt Mew Mew, I might as well call her. She's just an so underrated. Oh, I mean, she only appears in the Switch for one, excluding Mad Dummy, obviously. But her arc is interesting. Her character is funny. I like how there's like a random hint that she has a crush on Asgore. So, you know, again, bi rights. I think it's implied that Mad Mew Mew is bi. So you get a B for bi. It's because she's just like me, for real. I mean, if we had a character who used any pronouns, they'd really just be like me. Next we have the Eggman. What do I think about the Eggman? This is another character who bothers me. Because I don't know if it's Gaster. I feel like it is Gaster, but also, why is Gaster giving us eggs? Why? Why is he giving us eggs? Okay, since Gaster isn't on this anywhere, I can't see anywhere. Anyway, I'm just gonna assume this is Gaster and go by Gaster. I don't know. He's everywhere. I'm pretty sure he's I mean, Gaster's in the game. We know that. He's in the game. That's literally a non-negotiable. Just from like little hints and names of things, it's pretty clear that he's behind everything, and he might even be behind the existence of Dark Worlds. And I might get into that at a future point. I kind of want to start making theory videos, but I don't know how. I don't know how to edit. I don't have any editing programs, so you know. I don't know. Yeah, but he has no personality yet. We still don't know what he's like. So he gets a C for conflicting. Yeah. Next we have Mouse, and you get an M, D for mouse, because you're just a mouse and I have no thoughts. Next we have Mouse Wheel, and again, I don't care that much for these characters. Oh, here we go. This one is Mettaton. I didn't need that. Yeah. He just seems depressed, and that's a relatable woe for me. It's pretty clear we're going to hear more from him next chapter, because he literally asks you to find something for him. Actually, I have a checklist of things to do for chapter 3. So I'll bring that up at some point. But yeah. I want to see more of him, but for now he gets a C because, you know, not much yet. But there will be. Next we have Canny's mum, which I'm assuming is Canny with an E or something. Knowing them. This is all weird. This character's weird. I don't know. I mean, she's supportive of her daughter, and I can respect that. But again, I don't know. We got weird hair. Next we have Monster Kid. And Monster Kid is odd to me. I don't know why. I don't know what it is, but they just seem odd. Because I feel like there's not much character there in Deltarune. Obviously, you know, Undyne fan in Undertale, but here they're just kind of... I don't know what to say about Monster Kid. They're just kind of... I'll need to read their dialogue again, just to get a more of a grasp on their personality, but, you know... They're alright. Also, yeah, this has 2 front pockets, which is weird. Next we have Mousemillion, who is leagues above all other mice. And for that, you go 1 step ahead of Mouse. Next we have... What was your name? Oh yeah, your name was Mr. Elegance. And... I like this character's design just because those are its eyes and its nostril, and that's funny that it's a little creature, and that's funny to me. Next we have Mr. Society, and he doesn't like society, and that's relatable, so he's decent. Next we have Napster Bloop. Napster Blook is just a mood in this game as well. They're just a mood, and honestly, I can respect that. So they get decent. Oh, we got another big one. Next. Oh look, it's almost there. We have Noelle. Noelle. What do I have to say? I have a lot to say about Noelle. Noelle is so weirdly relatable to me. Like, just like her speaking patterns for one. I know that's like a specific thing, but she speaks like how I used to. A lot of her interests line up with mine. There's this one thing in the pop-up battle where I think she like clicks an ad or a search for like top 10 creepy video game glitches. That's literally taken out of my search history from like mid-2010s, and that's so funny. She's literally me for real. I'm like if Chris and Noelle combined into one. Half Chris, half Noelle. That's me. But yeah. Oh yeah, should I talk about her in Snowgrave as well? She's still just like me. I won't elaborate. Do I have anything else to say? Yeah, oh yeah, she just knows stuff, doesn't she? She's the only one who recognizes that something is up with Chris, so she's really interesting in that regard, and I'm kind of afraid to see what's gonna happen to her. I feel like it won't be good. Yeah. Next we have Newbert, and Newbert is my man. And for that he gets an A. Why doesn't he get a G, you ask? Well, I'll tell you why. Because he lives in the trash, and I don't really... I'm joking. Why aren't I putting him in G? Maybe I should put him in G. Because I don't... Maybe it's because I don't know what he is. And it kind of bugs me that I don't know what he is. Is he just a slime? I don't know. But he gets an A for awesome. Because he's awesome. Falling asleep. Next we have the O person. And... you get a meh. I don't like the letter O. So overrated. Next we have Onion-san. And depending on how you speak to Onion-san, they can just be a mood, but they can also, you know, I don't know. So at the end of chapter 1, when they're like, I got something I can tell you. Something I can only tell a friend. I was like, what the fuck are you gonna tell me? I thought it was gonna be some really fucked up shit. But no. Also, yeah. I don't have much to say aside from them having no friends, and that is relatable, so you get a B, Onion-san. For Buddhists. Buddhists. Next, is this the pair of eyes? I think this is the pair of eyes in the fucking in the dungeon. I think? I can't tell. Unless it's something else. Let me know if this is something else and the sprite's just formatted weird. You're bad. You want to know why you're bad? Because you're just a pair of eyes. Fuck you. Next we have the boys! Peeps! And you gotta respect the boys. Otherwise, you're a Philistine. You are You're a little sponge. Yeah. They get a B for the boys. Because honestly, ain't nothing good like a deep fried peeps. As you can see, you know, I am literally Spamton. Only I can call them. Only I can boil them and fry them. And what else do I call them? I forgot. Oh yeah, in my Spamton fic, my explanation for him liking peepers was that he just had a random hyperfixation on, like, shellfish. So, I don't know. My head is itchy. Ah. Next we have these dice guys. Such a weird... I thought these were beta Rudins when I first saw them, but I realized, oh wait, that wouldn't make sense because Kanatine's already designed them. I was like, what, who the fuck are these guys? But they just, you know, they get an F for failing to be good and failing to be battleable. But yeah. Then they look odd. They look like a beta design to me. So I don't know. Next we have Burger Pants. Sorry, no, Pizza Pants. And he gets in G because he's greatly relatable. Yeah, as a wise man once said, he's one of the most uncomfortably relatable characters in fiction. He's just like G for Gloma. Oh no, go away. Go away. Go away. There we go. Yeah. He again, he's just a mood. He's just a huge mood, just like he was in Undertale. And he is still just like me. Got a shitty job that you don't even like. Well, my job's not shitty. It's not fun. Even I only have like a 4-hour shift. I don't realize how good I have it off. So, yeah, I don't know. Next we have are they Plug Pals or Plug Boys? I don't remember. These ones get a... I'll rank them in order of interest, so yeah. Yeah, yep, and you're a politician, so you get F. Fuck you. Yeah, I mean, I like the designs, they're cute. What I don't like, actually, about the design is that it's the wrong plug socket. It's the stupid American one, which is really bad. And not like the based European plug socket, which, can you see one here? No, you can't. You cannot. But yeah, they're okay. Next we have the politic bad guy, and I don't have any thoughts on you, so you get D. Next we have fuck was your name? Pawns? Pawnman, that was it. Pawnman. Pawnmen are just doing their job. Ugh, it came back to me. They literally don't have a personality, so what can I say? Aside from, you know, it's just some weird organism. Pardon me. Next we have pop-ups. These things are kind of freaked me out the first time I saw them, but they have pretty cool designs. They're just weird, but I like them. They're oddly, what's the word? Endearing. Yeah, you get a B for oddly endearing. Oh fuck! I don't think. Oh fuck! I don't like this character. Next we have Purple Guy. And the one thing I'm fucking adamant about is that this isn't a FNAF reference. And people you can argue with me all you fucking want, but it's just so weird to me that Toby brought it up at all in the anniversary stream. Because he said that people thought it was a reference. He doesn't know what we were talking about. And then people are just like, yeah, that's Toby just being a goober. Like, you people always fucking misinterpret. You don't know what Toby's saying. And like, if it was a reference, why did he bring that up at all? It's so weird for him to bring it up. Because, I don't know. It's weird. I might just be overthinking it again. There is that, I acknowledge that possibility. But also, I think I might also be right. But yeah, anyway. Fuck you for making me go through that. Next we have Queen. And Queen is weird. She types like Kanaya for one. She speaks like Kanaya, like a weird robot. She literally has a Homestuck quirk. And she's so goofy, and I like that about her. That she's like this. She's just kind of like, because she's a computer, she just completely like she doesn't understand human, like she doesn't understand people at all. Like she thinks they eat platters. She thinks that she can calculate feelings. I mean, like, that's obvious, you know. It's just like that one weird Super Monkey Ball Adventure thing. Let's not talk about that. That'll give me PTSD. Yeah, I like Queen. She doesn't get a G. I don't think she's like the greatest of all time, but I like her quite a bit. She's funny, and she makes me laugh. And also, she's a girl boss, and you know, I love me a girl boss. G for girl boss. Sorry, you only get an A because there's too many in G. Next we have Rabbit. Do they have all? Do these guys have different names? Oh wait, I know. Oh yeah, because it's. Oh, I get it now. Where did I put the other one? Just bundle you all up in a order of hat count. There we go. Next up, we have Rabbit, and I don't know. It's a dust bunny. Oh, my ear is so itchy. Oh! And I have nothing more to say. Oh wait, yeah. Technically, first gender fluid character because it can say a freshing boy or a clean girl or whatever they say. So that's funny. Next we have Ralsei, which is the canonical pronunciation, by the way. Not Ralsei, as some people say. EI doesn't equal I anyway, so what are y'all saying? Maybe it does, I don't know. Ralsei's a good boy, and he gets an A. The reason he doesn't get a G for GOAT, even though he is a GOAT, is because I don't like him as much as other characters, and I don't really have an explanation for that other than the other two just appeal to me more. I feel like I'm gonna like him more the more we go down I'm also convinced he's not evil, that he's the goodest, he's the most morally righteous character in Deltarune, arguably. Because, I mean, he's adamant that we seal fountains for one, so that's something. But the reason he's an A, and not G, I'll put him in G if the who is Ralsei theory gets confirmed, because that just adds so much more to his character, and I love that theory, and it's the one theory I'm convinced is true. But yeah, Ralsei is good. I like how he's. I'm stuttering. I like how he just he seems deprived of affection as well, of just friendship. He just seems lonely, and he's just, I don't know. He can also make a cake, and that's pretty good in my books. But yeah. Next we have Audrey 2. Oh, whatever. I don't know. Do they have a name? If they're in R, I don't know. I don't know. I don't have any thoughts on this character. They're weird to me. But also funny that it's a plant. And it speaks super eloquently. I don't know. Next we have Ruxel's Card, my favourite character. Who is obviously the knight. Kidding. Rules, he gets a B, I'd say. For pretty good. And he's not amazing. He's just a goober. He's just a dumbass. And I like that. And what else? He is also probably British. That's why he's in B. For British. Yeah, and he's just he's just incompetent in everything he does. And I can relate. Incompetent British. He's just like me. Next we have the coat stand thing. The royal coat rack. And I don't know. What do I say? Actually, for being a coat rack, you get respect. You get C for coat rack. Next we have RG1 and RG2. It still really fucking bugs me that in their sprite, their ears are the same colour as... Oh, I don't know. They have white... He's a bunny. Why are his ears black and his hands are white? I don't know, unless he's like a black and white bunny. Yeah. I mean, they don't do much, but I like them. So they get a C for gay. Next we have Rudin and Rudin Ranger. Rudin's just a guy, so he gets D. He's just an ordinary guy, so he's not that interesting to me. Rudin Ranger, he's just like, you know, he's never had a proper friend to tell him that Free Ham Sandwich Day is unbanned from him. Sorry, that's a fucking confusing sentence. So he's a higher rank than Rudin. I wonder what song we're on. Oh god. Oh god. Can we reach Spamton? I don't know. Wait, how long have I been recording then? An hour. Ooh. Oh god, that's my SCP drafts. Oh god, don't look. Next we have Rudy. Oh, Rudy goes straight to G. I fucking love Rudy so much. He's so funny. He speaks like a real guy, and I just love him for that. He sounds like someone who I would get along with in real life, and it's going to be all the more tragic if he ends up dying. I'm not looking forward to that outcome. Or if he's going to be like Birdley, if you can maybe save. I don't know. One theory I have is that there's going to be a dark world in the hospital, and you're going to be able to use healing magic on him or something. I don't know. You'll be able to cure him in the dark world. I'm hoping for that. I'm hoping. I think I just heard scratching. That was weird. I just heard scratching. What is that? Someone help me! Yeah, Rudy is great. I fucking love Rudy. And I hope he doesn't die. So much of his dialogue just has me laughing out loud every time I read it. He's funny. Next we have Ness from what's the game? Oh yeah, Darkness of Dragon Zero No Hope. Just kidding. That's such a bad joke. Sans is just Sans. Just by default for being Sans, it gets G. Still makes me laugh. Still mysterious in some way. I mean, there's a lot to talk about him. Emmerich. One sec. Weird notification from YouTube. Anyway, Sans, yeah, he's funny. Still funny. He fucked my mom, and, you know, usually I would kill him, but, you know, he's funny, so he gets a pass. You know what, Sans? I'll give you a mom pass. Kidding. Don't fuck my mom. I once heard a theorist once say that he's just in Deltarune to crack jokes, and that rubs me the wrong way. This isn't a theory discussion video, this is a tier list. But I just gotta get some things off my chest while I have the chance. Because I don't get many opportunities to talk about it because I'm ambivert. Why? I mean, he just suddenly appeared in like Grillby's for one. Why is he here? I have a theory that he's here. He's in the world of Deltarune. He's been traveling across different worlds. He's here to investigate. He's investigating Gaster or something. Like he's searching for him somehow. I don't know. It's something related to Gaster. Him and Alphys actually, because the way he speaks of Alphys in Chapter 1, it's like a subtle implication that there's like still like some businessy relationship going on. I don't know. Anyway, enough rambling. He's still my G. What's up, my G? This guy gets a D for mood because he's still a mood. Itchy. I hate an itchy chest. Next we have the Scissorman. We have Edward Scissor thing. I don't know. These things are weird. I don't know what their deal is. They make a weird sound and that's it. Next we have my favourite character, Seam. The Shormstress. The Shormster. I'm not going to put them in G because they're not amazing, but I'm putting them in A because there's just something about Shorm that's just so interesting. They're just such an interesting character that they're just kind of a nihilist, and they're just kind of like, yeah, you can buy my stuff. If the world ends, we'll have a cup of tea, and I'm okay with that outcome. And I don't know. They just seem kind of like they're a mood. They're like me in 2017, and I like them. I don't know. Some people think Shorm's gonna like turn on us later in the game, and I'm like, no, I don't think that's gonna happen. They just got a top tier design for one. Also, got to say that top tier design. There really is no other character like Shorm, and I like that. Next we have Shiren. I mean, for being Shiren, I like Shiren as a character. You get C. You get C for Shiren. Other than that, you have no lines of dialogue so far. Next we have Malleus, that's your name. I remember misinterpreting this guy's dialogue the first time I saw it, thinking he was had an ex-lover. But he was just talking about not being able to fix you after you're dead. So, I mean, He's just weird and funny, and he's alright. He's alright. He's decent. Also, his thing that he does is funny. There's a snail in a car. I'll put these guys next to each other. Maybe they should get married. I don't know. I have no thoughts on a snail person. Snowy. Snowy. Still can't find a good audience, and that's sad. I actually used to want... there was a period in my life where I wanted to be a comedian. And I just told other people's jokes, but I don't know. I don't really care that much for Snowy. I don't know why. They're just not interesting to me. I don't know. But again, he does have the whole recovering from his mother's death part, and that's kind of depressing, so... I don't know. D for dismal. I don't know. I don't want to be mean to him. The text, no, this... Where are we in the... Oh. What's next? No, we're getting close. We're getting close, ladies and gentlemen. I'm assuming this is Snowy's dad, because that's who you talk to when you interact with that. I'm also pretty certain this is where Susie lives. So, yeah. Again, I don't know thoughts. We're not going to make it because he's right here. Am I going to treat these... Am I going to treat these as two different characters? I don't know. Spampton. Spampton G. Spampton. Oh boy, do I have a lot to say about you. I wonder if I should say everything I'm about to say in my Spampton impression, which I've yet to show to the public. But, I don't know. He gets in G. You know he gets in G. For Spampton G. Spampton. And the reason is because he is literally the best character. Look at me. I'm Spampton. He's Spampton. I'm Spampton... What am I? Which one? I'm Spampton X... No, not... I'd say, I'm Spampton D. Spampton. Let's say that's what I am. Spampton X Spampton is probably some, like, uncanny thing. His whole deal... Pun not intended. Just kidding, it was intended. He's so weird. The first time, if you go back, well, not a lot of people watched my playthrough of Deltarune. When I first saw it, my voice was like, "Hey kids, you want a deal? I really blocked," something like that. I was just like, this guy's so weird. What is his deal? And I also missed the secret boss on my first playthrough, which really fucking bugged me. But, he's just so random. There's so much randomness to his character. There's so random things he says, but he's just funny. He's just so appealing. And I love him. I mean, look at me. Look at me! He's just a little guy. He's a bit lonely. He doesn't fit in quite well. And he's also not very good at what he does. And in that regard, he's just like me. I feel like there is actually more to him that we don't know. I don't think, we're not going to learn much about secret bosses past the chapter they're in. But, I don't know. I mean, it's clear that he was used somehow. And then he got screwed over by this tenor guy, who we don't know much about. But he also had a friend. His friend was Mike. Mike didn't screw him over. Tenor did. Mike was his friend. Who is Mike? I don't know. But his whole pursuit of, getting a big break, seeing the light, just because he needs to find some purpose in his life. Because he knows what's coming. And he's so desperate. I don't know. I like him. I like Spampton. He is literally sexy man of the he's like the sexy man of the year. Of whatever year Deltarune... Was it? Deltarune come out in 2020. Chapter 2 come out in 2021. That's so weird to me that it's been out that long. I don't know. Just know that in chapters 3 to 5, we're going to have a maximum of 3 new Tumblr sexy people. Whether they're going to be greater than or contend with Spamton, we don't know. But just remember that we're going to get at least 3 more Spamton/Jevils. And that's such a weird thought to me. Anyway, I'm rambling again. Next we have Spamton Neo. I have a specific way of how I want Spamton Neo to sound. And I want to try and, like, you know, do a voice acting thing for him at some point. Kind of like what Alex Roshan did. Only, I mean, with his voice, you can tell it's Alex. Because, I don't know. Anyway, yeah. He gets right next to him, obviously. Even though his battle is arguably easier than Jevil. Once you get down to it. Just, a lot of his speech patterns are just so funky and appealing, and I can't explain it. It's like Spamton's an anomaly, and the reasons I like him are just like unquantifiable. I can't really explain why I like him. It's like the B meme. You just get it. You just get Spamton, even if there's no substance to the B meme. I don't know. Fuck that thing. Fucking hate that thing. Oh yeah, the Star Walker. Next we have the original Star Walker, and he's the original Star Walker, and he gets a B for being pissed off. And also having a pretty good walking animation for one. I still don't get his whole like jokes with characters like him. They just seem like randomness for the sake of randomness, and it works somehow. I don't know. Next we have... does this character have a name as well? I don't know. Library Bird Gaster Person. I don't know. I'm actually... gotta go do something real quick. Okay, back. Not that you would know. No, I wouldn't know. Because I could. Anyway, I put it away. What was I talking about? Funny bad person. I don't like you. You're getting in my way. You're getting in the way of the law. So you get an F for failure. Next we have Susie. You wouldn't get that joke because you're not a gamer like me. It's a non-fucking negotiable. Susie just goes in G2. And the reason for that is because Susie is the GOAT. But seriously, she's just funny as well. She's funny. I mean, she has sprites like this for one. That gets you a G by automation. She kind of sucks at the start of chapter 1. Like, I can admit that she's kind of like, oh. But, like, her friendship with Chris, it's literally the heart and soul of Deltarune. It's literally like one of the first things you think about. It's Chris and Susie. And they're just, I love them. Well, obviously I'm disregarding Chris for the sake of Susie right now. She's just, unlike all these other lore deep characters, she's just simple, and that's kind of refreshing. Aside from the fact that it's very clear that she doesn't have a good home situation, but we're going to learn about that eventually. She's probably going to have a really shitty parent. We might fight them. Kidding. Unless, I don't know. I wonder if they'll appear in a Dark World, maybe, I don't know. I feel like whoever her parent is, whether it's like a mum or a dad, it's probably going to be pretty important. I feel like we don't really talk about it enough. There's a lot of like fanon for different characters. Like there was some Queen fan art before Chapter 2 released, although we didn't realize we thought it would be like a Queen of Spades. There was like, I don't know, just fan art for future stuff, but there was I've not seen any fan art for Susie's family or parents, and that just, I don't know. Anyway, oh no, I'm not putting her down. Oh, jeez. But yeah. Feel like she's going to be one of the few reasons Deltarune is inevitably going to make me... Well, it's going to break my heart. Let's just say that. Next up, we have the Swatchlings, and these guys are alright. They're decent. They have some funny dialogue. And they're also big and buff, and that's so cool to me. Oh, sorry. I got distracted. Next we have Swatch, the man himself. When I first saw him, I was like, this shopkeeper is kind of generic and not interesting. And to be fair, he kind of is. He's not that... He's probably the least interesting shopkeep so far, but he's alright. He's, you know, he's simple, and that's okay. Next we have Sweet. We got Sweet, and Sweet is probably my least favourite of all of the Sweet cat and cakes, just because I can't really pin down his personality. I don't know. I mean, I like his design. I like all of the designs, but he's just my least favourite. I like these better. Oh, it's getting hot in here. Next we have Task Manager. I'm kidding, by the way. You get a T for Task. Just kidding, you get an L for legs. Because, again, more proof that Toby is a leg guy. I mean, she's alright. Her design's pretty cool. She's like a Franziska von Karma's persona. I mean, other than that, she's not amazing, but she's got a top tier design, and I like her battle as well. Her bullet patterns are pretty cool, specifically the order one. Anyway, yeah, I don't have much to say about this, to be honest. There's like a little tidbit of her like rejecting rules if you talk to Swatch again at some point. That's actually really easy to miss dialogue. If you when you defeat rules, you can go back to talk to Swatch, and there's some more. Next we have the tasks, and they get a C for cat. Yeah. Next we have... Oh god, look at these last few. Not more... we got all the interesting ones out, though. Fucking... Are you serious? Come on. Next we have Temmie. And Temmie is probably planning to destroy the world. And I have a really weird crackpot theory that because the egg counter is near Temmie, in Chapter 2, I think the egg... And because the eggs multiply, they're all just going to multiply infinitely, and they're all going to hatch into Temmies, and they're going to take over the world in some really fucking weird joke ending. I don't know. That's my theory. It's fucking insane, but I think there's a chance I might be right. Other than that, I don't know. She likes hot demon guys, and I can respect that. But actually, she doesn't get a B because she doesn't have a text sound like that she did in Undertale, and that's annoying. Next we have this kid. I don't have any thoughts on them either. You're okay. It's such an odd design. I can't tell what's what. Is that a nose? Is that a third horn? Who can say? Actually, never mind. Next we have Terry. I really want him to say that he doesn't have to go to the bathroom again. I don't care about Terry. He's a poser. Next we have the warrior. This guy is so fucking deranged, and I love him. I love him. He's so fucking insane. I'm not going to elaborate why. Who is he? I wonder. We'll never know. Maybe we'll find out. Maybe it's Toby. Maybe, I don't know. I think speaking of, I don't actually, never mind. Next we have the Thrash Machine. You get a D for duck. Because you're just a duck and nothing more. You're nothing to me. Next we have Top Chef. Oh my guys! It's Peppino! He's a mood as well, so you get promoted to a C from a D just for being a mood. And you also give me cakes, and I like that. I like free cakes. Ooh, next we have Toriel. What do I have to do? It's so... I was thinking about this last night. It's so weird to me that Toriel could be a deeper character than she is, because she's just intended... You assume she's just intended to be the tutorial character, but she's not. She's so much more than that. And I like her. There's so much that we don't know about her and her thought process, and like especially like her relationship with Chris and like what's going on. It's clear that she doesn't recognize Chris's like issues, I guess. She's kind of like a mom who's like, I don't know. That's going into like weird personal territory regarding me, but she kind of reminds me of my mom, I guess. I mean, she doesn't get a G for Goat Mom, sadly. She gets an A for all right, because I like Toriel, just in general. I want to see more from her. I mean, it's pretty obvious she's going to play a bigger role in Chapter 3. I hope, anyway. I hope it's not another red herring that she doesn't appear. Oh yeah, she might meet Ralsei. I hope she meet... I'm assuming she's gonna meet Ralsei. If she doesn't, that's gonna be such like a really big fucking cop-out. In my opinion. I'm not putting you on my tier list. Because you're trash. You deserve nothing. Next we have Trashy, and you're trash, and you scare people. You're just standoffish, kind of. So you're bad. You get F for trash.